Before the refugee came to Buffalo, a lot of house empty. Then the rent is also very cheap.
In the past year, over 1,000 Burmese refugees have made their way to Buffalo. Many of them come to the U.S. to live out that American dream, starting a business and growing their family.
And the community keeps growing. In a special report tonight, News 4's George Ricker takes a closer look at what's drawing the Burmese to Buffalo.
We are excited to be in America. We can live the American dream.
Kin Mung So owns 2 Buffalo stores and a restaurant, but he came here with nothing. In 2008, a resettlement program brought him from his homeland in Burma to New York City, where he started as a dishwasher. But within weeks, it was clear he couldn't pay the rent in the Big Apple. That's when he heard from a friend about the rents in Buffalo.
Around $400, $375. Like, you can find a job, you can survive here.
And did you find that to be true when you came?
Yes.
He and his wife found jobs washing dishes here.
Did they give you a script?
Volunteers with the Hope Refugee Center helped teach him how to speak English on the weekends. The resettlement agency helped him pay his first couple months' rent, and food stamps helped him raise his children. But in just over a year, he was able to save $10,000 and open his first store on the West Side.
I mean, it's a phenomenal achievement that you're starting in a dishwasher job and you can save $10,000 in your first year.
The following year, he went to a city foreclosure auction and bought a home in Riverside for $15,000. In fact, 30 people from his home region of Burma now live in Riverside, and many own their own homes like him.
Before the refugee came to Buffalo, a lot of house empty. Then the rent is also very cheap. Now, you cannot see empty house in Buffalo. All become new. Some, the empty land, they bring new house.
The Burmese Community Support Center on the West Side has helped these refugees with everything from education to health care to protecting them from scams in this new culture.
Like, what's the difference between mail that you want to read and junk mail? We actually do quite a bit of helping people understand what's the mail that you need to read versus not need to read.
Last year alone, more than 1,300 refugees were resettled in Buffalo. About the same number came the year before. Burma is the most common country that refugees are coming from because word gets back to the homeland that there are familiar faces here and a support network to get them started.
For the initial about 8 to 9 months that refugees are in our city, any of the benefits that they receive are actually reimbursed from the federal government to the county. So it's not a direct cost to our county. I mean, it's a cost. I don't want to say that there's zero cost, but much of the cost of the actual benefits itself are reimbursed to our county. So it actually brings federal money in.
Did you expect it to go this way? Did you expect to own 3 businesses after you came here?
I want to be like own company. The good businessman, my dream.
So you came here expecting that you'd be a businessman?
Yes.
Quite a story. The Justice Department is actually steering more Burmese refugees to Buffalo than to New York City now because the cost of living is lower here and the support system is in place here.
Sure. And how are these resettlement agencies funded?
It's mostly federal funding, but this is the first year that Erie County's budget is going to supply $50,000 to Jericho Road and $30,000 to that Burmese Community Support Center.